Have you ever felt like the version of you who already has the thing that you want feels so far away it almost makes you want to give up? Whether that's business growth, a dream relationship, a fit, lean body, health, a pregnancy, a home, literally whatever it is, you can see that person, but they're not you. They don't feel like you. You are watching them from a distance, almost like they're on this pedestal up on the stage and you're in the audience thinking, how the heck do I get there? If you're nodding along, if you've ever felt the energy off, they are just so far ahead of me, or there's still such a gap. This episode or this video is for you because I want to talk about this idea that's been really coming through in my own life and in my conversations with clients lately. And that is the way that we pedestal our manifestations. We pedestal the version of us who already has what we want. And when we do that, when we really like idealize them, when we make them feel almost untouchable, we create separation in our field. We block our own ability to receive and to actually be them. So today I want to show you how this happens, why it's such a sneaky form of self sabotage, and how we shift it so that you can actually collapse a timeline to your next level without feeling like you have to be some perfect, fully healed, enlightened god or goddess first. So let's talk about this pedestal first of all. So we tend to think that this person who has this thing doesn't have any problems. Their life is beautiful, it's calm, it's peaceful. Like I used to think this myself. Like there was this self-development program that I did a few years back, and one of the first things that we had to do was describe our next level self. So just describe how they live, how they think, what their surroundings look like, which is great. It's really great to get clear. And that is a first step in almost any like manifestation program or process. But when I look back and I actually went back and read what I wrote, I described my next level self as this like fairy mother, wife, business owner who lives in this like gorgeous house and is always calm and always patient with her son and is always so loving to her husband. And her clients are all so happy with her. And she makes a lot of money and she has no money issues. She just buys whatever she wants and she is just happy and peaceful all day long. Does that sound familiar? Can you relate when you think about your next level self, you in your like living your dream life? Does that sound familiar? It also like reminds me of a training I viewed or I watched about scripting a while back from this manifestation coach who I really like. But essentially, she was talking about how to script your dream life. And she was giving an example of her scripting like her dream life with her husband and two kids. She was trying to get pregnant with her second, and she wasn't really managing, and she was scripting this like dream day in the life, which sounded beautiful. But I remember even like hearing it back then, I was like, that just doesn't sound realistic. Like just describing how everything is so peaceful and going so it's flowing so well, and her husband is so loving, and the two kids are so well behaved, and she spends time with them, and she enjoys every second of it. I'm not trying to shit on her at all because I have done that in the past. Like what I am telling you now is a breakthrough that I have had recently. Okay, I'm just giving it as an example. But the thing is, we tend to put that person on a pedestal and think that they're living this dream life. And it can also be this feeling of I'll be confident once I look like that, or I'll be peaceful when I have X amount in my bank account, or I will feel so much better, more confident, whatever it is, when I'm living in that house or working fewer hours or not dealing with this thing. In other words, you are telling yourself, I cannot feel how I want to feel until I get that manifestation, until I get what I want. And what that creates is this energetic equation that says, I am not there yet, so I'm not that person yet. I'm not worthy yet. I'm not safe to receive it yet. When we place something on a pedestal, we are not actually admiring it, we are separating ourselves from it. We are saying that version of me is better than this version of me. That life is better than this one. And because I don't have it yet, I am not enough yet. And this actually slows down the manifestation because the frequency of putting someone or your future self on a pedestal that energy is lack energy. It creates a hierarchy, it creates distance from you and your future self. It's this feeling, this vibe of I want it so badly because I don't believe that I have it. I don't believe I am worthy of having it. And it really all comes down to self image. So I'm going to have to make a proper episode about self image in the future. And when you remove the pedestal and see your next level self as already part of you, they are you. Maybe they're not expressed yet, but they are you. You activate your receiving energy. You dissolve that gap and that separation and you allow it in. Because that at this point there's no more hierarchy. There is pure alignment. You realize that they are you. They're not better than you. They might have the thing that you want, but they're not better than you. So now let me really share this reframe, this breakthrough that has literally shifted everything for me when it comes to manifestation. So you need to understand that your next level self is not this god or this goddess. They are not perfect. They are not some flawless being who wakes up every day feeling high vibe and never doubt themselves. They never have issues. They just live this calm, peaceful, perfect life. No, okay? They are just you with slightly different habits, maybe different standards, maybe more money, maybe a few areas of life that just feel more integrated, but they are still human. Okay. They still get tired, afraid, triggered, angry, sad, whatever it is that you want to think about, they still feel that way. And that is so, so important to remember because when you humanize them and feel yourself in them, they become reachable. They become relatable. They stop being this future fantasy and start being someone you can actually embody now. Okay. A way to understand this is you now have what you once dreamed of having. Okay. So think about what the life that you are living now, the possessions that you might have, I don't know, the relationship, things that you have in your life right now, those are things that in the past you so wanted to have. Like whether you intentionally manifested them or not, a lot of things that you have right now, even 5 years ago, you just dreamed of having, right? And then look at yourself now. You are still imperfect. You're still not 100% happy with your life. You still experience a range of emotions daily. You still experience fear, anger, whatever it is. Okay. So, this is a really good way of relating to this and understanding this. The fact that you now have what 5 years ago seemed maybe like a fantasy, or not a fantasy, but like something that you really wanted, the fact that you have it now, but you are still human and you still experience a lot of shit, that actually shows you how you will feel in your next level as well. Okay. Yes, you will have to think, it will feel great. I'm sure even now you are grateful for the things that you have. You're happy that you have them in your life. You probably wouldn't want to go back, but equally, you're still not satisfied. You still want to get that next thing. And also, you still experience, as I said, negative emotions. You still experience fears and worries. That is just being human. So as I'm saying this, I'm just thinking of like this one example of this singer from Israel that she was always quite chubby, and she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman, but she was always quite chubby. And there was a point where like she had lost a whole bunch of weight and she really like had this like ideal body and she looked great. She looked great either way, but she looked great. And then like a year later, she put all the way back on. And I remember reading an interview with her and she was saying how her whole life she thought that if she just loses the weight and has that dream body, she'll be happy. But then she got there and she saw that she still had the same shit. So she was like, actually, it's not worth it. Of course, this is not what we want to do here. Like, we do want to up level and we do want to enjoy our next level and we don't want to move back. But this is just to show you that having, like, reaching that thing is not going to make all of your problems dissolve and go away. Like, I can think for myself a few things that I've manifested in the past year, like my house, which I love, the PhD scholarships that I manifested. When I was manifesting them, I really thought I would be living this dream, peaceful life. And while I'm grateful for both, love my house, so grateful for the PhD scholarships that sustained me for 3.5 years. Should I tell you that I don't have like, or back when I was getting the scholarships, I didn't have issues? Like life was just perfect because I had a PhD scholarship or because I own my own house. Like if we just dial into the house example, like soon after we moved, our boiler broke down and we had to spend like 3 grand on a boiler, and obviously like there's mortgages and there's like things that need fixing, and a lot of things that might be even better living in a flat than in a house. Like, of course, I'm very happy that we're here, but my life isn't perfect because I own a house. Okay. And actually, funnily enough, when I was manifesting these things, I did think my life would be great. Yeah, I didn't think it would be perfect. Like, here we're talking more about achieving this like massive thing that you think will just change your life completely. That wasn't my case with those two things. But we all have that one manifestation that we really think is going to just change our lives. Like, it could be business growth, like massive business growth. It could be a relationship. Like, it could be having a child if you struggle, like whatever it is. But even with those things, I would have manifested them so much faster if I had actually used the tools that I will give you today. So I want you to understand that anything that you want, like the business, the baby, the relationship, it's never about becoming this perfect, fully healed, calm, integrated person. That's never going to happen. Okay. It's not going to happen until you die and cross over. You should see this person as the version of you who can hold those things while still being human. And that makes them so much more reachable and achievable. And here's another way of thinking about it. You, the way that you are right now, you are already someone else's next level self in whatever area of life that you want to think about. Like, if you have a business, you are someone else's dream who just wants to start a business but doesn't have the courage. Maybe if you're a mom, someone who's maybe struggling to have kids is looking at you and like, oh my gosh, I want to be her, I want to be a mom. This can apply to so many different areas, but essentially there is someone looking at you right now wishing they had what you have already created in your life. The body that you have, the confidence, the clarity, the mindset, the resilience, the business, the courage to even dream this big. And you probably don't even realize it because you're so focused on your next steps. So I want you to pause for a second and think, what have I already manifested that used to feel so far away? And how do I still feel human even though I've received those things? This one's not going to be a hard one. We are thinking about your present. I'm sure you can still list 10 ways in which you are human and things aren't perfect for you right now. And you could probably do it on the spot. Okay. When you really take that in, it will really change how you view your next level, because the same way you got here and the same way that you operate now in your day to day with your humanness and your mess and your doubts and your fears and your worries and your stress and your anger, everything that it is how you'll get there too, and likely how you will feel then too. Okay? The pedestal only exists in your mind, and once you remove it, the gap starts closing faster than you can expect. Okay, so what do we actually do with all of this? First, I want you to ask yourself, what am I assuming my next level self never struggles with? Really sit with that. What stories have you made up about them? That they're always confident, that they're always calm, that they never overthink, that they wake up glowing and grounded every single morning, that their kids just behave so amazingly, that they never ever fight with their spouse. Whatever it is, start noticing where you have made that person into a fantasy. You can also just take someone you really admire and take them off the pedestal too. So I'm sure you can all think about one person who really embodies your next level, the person that you want to become in your next level, and start seeing where they're not perfect. Start seeing the bad things in them too. Okay. And then here's a tool. I want you to make a T chart of everything that is good on one side. Okay. Everything that is going to be amazing about being that next level identity, the next level self. And then on the other side, everything that is bad. Okay. For each good, I want you to write the opposite that is bad. Like, for example, for growing your business, let's say on the positive side, you're going to make more money. On the negative side of that, you will have more burden. You will have to pay a lot of taxes, a lot more responsibility. You might have a fear of losing it all. You have to manage a lot more, all of that. Okay. Maybe on the positive, it's like you will have a bigger team, so you won't have to work as hard. But then the negative side of that is having to deal with perhaps like arguments, intrigues, having a lot more responsibility. When you have a team, that's a lot of responsibility, having to pay them all, dealing with having to tell them when things aren't done right. Okay, so you can think about that. And I really want for every positive thing, add a negative thing. We need to bring you into balance to really see how, well, we have the law of balance, which essentially says that everything is both good and bad. We don't have good or bad. Everything is both. So your next level self is both good and bad. We need to see how they are both. Okay. So with relationships, it could be on the positive side. I will have someone to, I don't know, go to social events with, right? And on the negative side, you could have, well, I can't just hang out with my girlfriends anymore or my guy friends anymore when I go to social events because I need to be with my spouse or, partner or whatever it is. Let's say on the positive, I will have someone to watch TV with every evening and I won't feel lonely sitting on the couch and watching TV. Well, on the negative side, you might have to watch things that you don't like and maybe get annoyed about that and maybe just feel like you're missing out on the shows that you like. You can even see how, as that next level self, you will actually miss your present now, who you are right now. Let's say you are starting your business and you want your business to grow. You want to be really busy, whether that's like sell lots of products or get fully booked with clients. Well, when you get to that point, yes, you might have more money, more satisfaction, but equally, you will probably think back to this day and think like, oh, the good old days, I was just like this young little business owner dreaming. Yes, maybe I was like really desperate. I really wanted more clients or for more of my products to sell. But equally, I had so much free time. Like, that's quite nice. I kind of miss it. Okay. So, see how your future self will actually miss being you right now. So, like, really flip the script. Then, after you've done that, when you visualize your next level self, or when you script a day in their life, or when you journal about them, whatever it is, I want you to visualize, script, or journal about those negative sides too. Okay. And I know that sounds so counterintuitive because you're like, I don't want to manifest the negative things. Why would I, like, when I manifest, I only want to think about the positive things. Yes, but don't forget, there's no good or bad. Okay. A universal law, the law of balance. Everything is both good and bad. Even then, you will have both the good and the bad. When you realize that and when you consider and take that into consideration as you manifest, again, you will take them off the pedestal and it will come much, much faster. When you normalize your next level self, you neutralize them and then they become a lot more reachable, a lot more quickly. So to wrap this up, stop idolizing your next level self. Stop needing to become someone totally different before you let yourself receive, and start seeing them as someone who already lives inside of you. They are already you, just with that extra thing. Your next level self doesn't need to be flawless, and they won't be flawless, okay? They don't need to feel like this distant, unrecognizable person. They're just you with a few more aligned choices, a few more aligned actions, a few more boundaries, a little more trust, resources, whatever it is. And the more you drop that pedestal, the more you give yourself permission to become them now. And the more you can actually see how that is possible for you. And at the end of the day, manifestation is all a belief game. When you do this work, you will start seeing how, hey, I can actually become that person. Like, I can see myself in that person because they are human. I have humanized them. Then once you believe that you can become them, you will manifest them, because that is how it works. So if this episode or this video hit home for you, I would love to hear what has shifted and how this work is helping you. You can message me on Instagram at Shiri Leader, or share this episode or video with a friend who you know might be stuck in this gap or might be idolizing their next level self and not realizing why they are not just manifesting, why they are not quantum leaping. They are waiting for their future self to feel ready enough to receive. Send it to them. This will help them. And if you want to go deeper into this work, this is literally what I help my clients do every single day inside my manifestation mapping sessions and my group container. So in the sessions, that is a really powerful 1-hour session where I intuitively channel information from your higher self field, your creator field, and your soul field to really see what is blocking you from getting to your next level self, and giving you customized tools to get there the fastest way possible for you. We also include coaching, nervous system regulation, somatic practices, and coaching through human design. And you really leave being that person already. You are fully embodied in that authority, in that confidence. And my clients usually start seeing trickles of that manifestation coming in literally days after the sessions, just because, well, even by signing up and showing up to this session, they are already signaling to the universe that they are ready to shift. And then with seeing what the blocks are, releasing them during the session and after the session, calling in your next level self with these specific tools, subconscious rewiring and identity upgrade tools that I give you, that I channel from your higher self, that just creates miracles. And then there's also my signature group program, my manifestation accelerator. It is now closed for enrollment, but you can check out the link and you can always sign up for the wait list, and you'll be the first to know when it reopens for the next round. So if you're ready to stop chasing and fully unlock your next level, your next timeline, and being your higher self, you know where to find me. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.